It's July 29th. Today's reading rejoins the historical narrative of the nation of Judah, and it also covers the call of God's next great prophet, Jeremiah. Hezekiah's reign is coming to an end. He and his son Manasseh reigned jointly over Judah for 10 years, beginning in 697 BC, when Manasseh is only 12 years old. By 687 BC, Manasseh is king of Judah. While Hezekiah was one of Judah's best kings, Manasseh was its most evil king to date. His actions are described as worse than the evil practices of the tribes of Israel that had been driven out of the land some 700 years earlier under Joshua. Manasseh set up idols inside the temple, and he even sacrificed his own son on an altar to false gods. He was to Judah what Ahab had been to Israel. He took his nation to the point of no return. God's judgment upon Manasseh is swift, as he is captured and literally, with a ring through his nose, is taken as a slave to Babylon. Amazingly, God shows mercy upon this vile man, hears his prayers of repentance, and allows Manasseh to return to Jerusalem, where again as king he attempts to usher in reforms. Manasseh would live out the rest of his life trying to undo the damage he had created in his early years. Sadly, his personal change of heart wasn't shared by everyone. The nation had lived for an entire generation under the culture he had intended for them years before. And despite Manasseh's personal change of heart, the decisions of his early life were wreaking havoc on those around him. Even his own son, Ammon, who succeeded him as king, was entrenched in the evil ways of Manasseh's early years. God's mercy is truly amazing. His treatment of this awful man is astounding, truly a testimony of how God's mercy can change even the most vile and wicked heart. Today's reading is also a reminder that as merciful as God is, and as transforming as His love can be for our lives, we do live with the decisions we make. Our actions have consequences, and many of our actions yield lifelong consequences. Here's today's application. When the things of the world, sin's enticements and distractions, are appealing to you, remember King Manasseh of Judah. Visualize him being led as a slave 500 miles across the desert to Babylon by a chain linked to a ring through his nose. This is a great visual of sin's consequences. Seeing sin's full ramifications helps to take the luster off of its appeal. Sin can appear very attractive, but in the end, it's very, very bitter. Now here's today's prayer.